Well, hello again, Rio Rancho, and welcome to another edition of the Mayor Hull Show, where here we talk about all the things that are going on around Rio Rancho. And there's a lot of exciting things going on, but it's that time of year again. You can tell by the pumpkins in front of me. Fall is upon us, and it's time again for the Galloping Grace Youth Ranch Pumpkin Patch. And today I have with me President and CEO of Galloping Grace Youth Ranch, Max Wade. Max, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. It's pumpkin time. I love it.
It is pumpkin time, and you've brought all these great pumpkins and gourds here because that's some of what we can expect up there at the pumpkin patch. You know, over at City Hall, we see the tents going up. Tremendous amount of work that goes into putting that all together. Tell us a little bit about that, because you invest a lot in the city of Rio Rancho.
Well, I do. I appreciate you noticing the amount of work. We've been there since September 1st getting set up, and we've probably got 2 weeks worth of work to get done, and but we're opening this Saturday. So, but it's going to be great. We're excited. We love the city of Rio Rancho. We have a great relationship with everybody there, and you know, that's our home base, and it's great to see the community coming out. Us being able to do something that involves the kids and the families and the community. It's an exciting time.
It is. I'll tell you what, I've been out there for the past 2 or 3 years as you guys have gotten set up, and what's really exciting is you get to go out there and some of the pigs, some of the animals have had babies, and go out there and see the baby piglets, and there's a corn pit out there that you have. Now this corn pit is full of corn, and I'm going to have Max tell you a little bit all the details about that. But there's apparently a lot of corn in that corn pit. Tell us about that.
A lot of corn. So that's there's 15,000 pounds of corn in there.
That's a lot of corn.
It's a lot of corn. I mean, it's almost like a half a semi-load worth of corn that we unloaded the other day. And one of the cool things was we had a volunteer group out this Saturday, and we always use the kids. It was one of the American Heritage Girl groups was out there, and they were the ones that got to set up the corn pit. So they got the first taste of playing in that corn by emptying out all those sacks, over 350 sacks of corn.
Wow, that's a lot of corn. Now, I noticed on your Facebook page or your website, you had a picture of some kids pouring all that corn all over them. That was great. And
now, don't think that it's just the kids that enjoy it, because moms and dads, they're swimming in that corn right there with them.
I think I was sneaking through the other day. You know, the last time I was there, I might have to sneak in and, you know, swim around in that corn a little bit.
It's surprisingly
kind of like one of those ball cages you see at like McDonald's or something, but it's corn.
Totally. Yep.
So that's a lot of corn. What do you do with it when it's all said and done? I mean, because it's only open for 30 days.
Yeah, we'll open 1st to the 31st.
Okay. So speaking of the open dates, let's talk about that. So you open here on the 1st, October 1st. You run this through October 31st.
Yep.
And you do field trips for schools, organizations.
You bet. We're open 9 to 6:30 every day, except for on Halloween. We cut off a little early there, mid-afternoon, so we can go do stuff with our family. But we have right now we have close to 3,000 kids already signed up on field trips.
3,000 kids.
It's a lot of kids that are coming. If there's still room, we've got private pavilions for them. So when they get there, they've got a place to go and put all their stuff. Every kid gets a pumpkin. They all get goat feeds. They can go feed the animals. It's a lot of fun there. And then we've got opportunities for corporate events and birthday parties, that type of deal.
Now, last year I was out there speaking of the goat feed. The kids had fed the goats so much they just weren't interested in them.
Sometimes it's like, oh, it's all I can get.
It's enough.
Yeah,
had enough. You know,
you've got to give them a rest every once in a while.
Sleep some of that off. Absolutely. But no, back to speaking of goat feed and the corn. What do you do with all that corn when this is all said and done? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, our ranch, we're trying to educate kids on all things about sustainable food production and agriculture, and so nothing that we do at the pumpkin patch goes to waste. So whether it's corn or corn stalks or even pumpkins, whatever we've got left over, we put to use back at the ranch as animal feed throughout the winter and in the summer. We've just finished feeding some of the corn from last year.
You know, taking an opportunity, talking about what you're saying, nothing goes to waste. I know that you're real big on this food recycling program that you've got going on in the city of Rio Rancho, and you've partnered with the public schools, picking up some of the lunch and breakfast waste that would normally go into a landfill. But you've partnered with the public schools to bring some of that back to back to your facility to feed the animals with. Tell us a little bit about that, because that's an amazing program.
It really is. We've teamed up with Rio Rancho Public Schools, and right now we're collecting from all 10 elementary schools in Rio Rancho. That's breakfast and lunches, whatever the scrapings from the the trays there, and we take that back and we put it into what we call our chicken-assisted composting facility. So we can't feed that kind of food to everybody else because it has some meat product in it, but we compost it, but we utilize it to feed our chickens as well. So we have a large flock of chickens that they're just excited every day to see the food truck come back from the cafeterias. In addition to that, we also pick up from Roadrunner Food Bank, Albertsons, and Dion's. So whatever salad trimmings they have or whatever fruits and vegetables that aren't quite suitable for people to eat, we bring that back. We bring in, we're going to top total with our schools and all of the other produce we bring in. We're going to be close to 1 million pounds of food that we bring back and feed to our animals.
And that's 1 million pounds of food that we keep out of the landfills. That's absolutely astronomical when you think about the impact that 1 million pounds of food annually, or is that annually?
That's annually.
That's annually. 1 million pounds of food annually that would normally go to a landfill that's now going into an educational facility and basically recycling, reusing the food, and getting it and using it as feed for some of the livestock that you have there, and teaching the kids about this cycle of life, if you will.
That's right. We put so much time, money, and energy and effort, water, fuel into producing food that we're supposed to be eating. And, we waste a lot of it. And we can take that food and turn it right back into nutrients. So whether we're feeding chickens and then composting and then we've got soil to plant fruits and vegetables in, or we're taking it and feeding it right to livestock, pigs and goats and cattle, and they're producing nutrition right then. I mean, we're producing pork and beef and we're utilizing all of what that food was intended for to make more food.
So that being said, not wasting an opportunity to get word out there. I know you're always looking for help. I know you're always looking for people to jump in and assist, whether it's physically, monetarily, or what have you. Let us know, on the side of Galloping Grace Youth Ranch, how can people get involved in that? Do you have a website that you can put up there? How can they contact you to kind of talk about that more if they want to get involved in such a great program that really is a tremendous environmental benefit to the city?
Go to our website. It's ggyr.org. Stands for Galloping Grace Youth Ranch.org. And we've got information on all of that. We've got information on our pumpkin patch right now and ways to get a hold of us. There's phone numbers there and contact information. We'd love to talk to anybody about volunteering, donations, however it would work.
Great. And youth groups that you do when they come out over the summertime?
We do. We have camps all summer long for kids all the way from 4 to 18 years old. So we work a lot with our teenage kids. We call them junior leaders. We educate them, involve them hands-on in what we're doing, and they help to teach the younger kids. So our kids that are 4 to 11 years old, they're right there beside them going through all of the ranch chores and then learning a little bit about all animals and gardening and everything.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's get the details on the pumpkin patches. That's what we're here for. So let's talk to the viewing audience about this year's pumpkin patch event. It's outside the Santa Ana Star Center, so you want to come to City Hall.
You bet.
You can see all the white tents up there.
Yeah, they're big.
Just to the west of the Star Center.
Right.
So get in there. And once again, let's run down the hours of operation and talk a little bit about different things like what's the cost.
You bet. So we're open the 1st through the 31st. We're open 9 to 6:30 every day. This year we're charging a small fee of $3 per person. 2 and under is free. Once they get in there, then the activities are free. But we ask everybody to buy some pumpkins. That's really great. On the weekends we'll have pig races. Pig races is we're promoting and bringing awareness to hunger in New Mexico. New Mexico has the highest childhood hunger rate in the country, and so that's what our pig races are really intended for. Ours are a little different. The pigs and the kids race together, so it's a lot of fun.
I've seen the pig races with the kids.
We're still trying to get you out there.
Yeah.
You need to race with them.
I had my grandkids race with them when they were at the Pork and Brew event at the Star Center there.
You bet.
You guys did a great job up there. That was a fantastic display you put on once again, bringing all of your stuff over there, getting it set up so the community can enjoy it. That's just fantastic.
Well, we've got that on the weekends, Saturday and Sundays, and we also have our petting zoo will be open on Saturdays and Sundays as well. So folks can go in there and be right there with the animals, petting them and hanging out with all those little ones, little piglets and little goats. That's a great time.
Okay, so we got the piglets, we got the goats, we got the petting zoo. Those are some great activities. Talk about some of the other activities that you have out there. I mean, there's stuff that you keep everybody entertained. I've seen there's like a slingshot
Yeah.
target range.
Oh yeah,
Yo,
we got instead of, we can't launch pumpkins, but we're launching tennis balls, and so we got targets we set up out there and get these big slingshots that launch those tennis balls out and try to hit the targets. Right now, the folks are back there working on our corn maze. We build this whole corn harvest maze that actually is pretty difficult to get through this year. So that's a lot of fun. We have tire races. The kids race against each other tires. We have pumpkin bowling, big hay tower that they can climb on, beanbag tosses. And I know one of your favorites, we've got pumpkin putt-putt.
pumpkin putt-putt.
Right? If you had, I mean, that's an experience.
It is. It is.
So that just got set up yesterday. I was thinking about you when we were setting that up, and we got some new twists and turns to it this year. So.
We'll have to come out and have a putt-putt contest.
There you go.
We'll have
That's right.
We'll have to do a mayor-sponsored putt-putt contest
Yeah,
and
that'll work.
see who can score the best there. See what we can do there. That's great. So and then on the pumpkin selection, obviously. You brought a few with you today, but you've got everything here from the small ones to over there. We've seen some pretty large ones.
Oh yeah, we're getting a load today, in fact, of our really big ones. So those things are going to be in the range of, some of them may be about 50 pounds.
50 pounds.
Yeah, they get pretty darn big, and
Wow.
so everything from the little guys to the really big guys.
Yeah. Now I do want to tell everybody, a few years back, Max hosted an event trying to set the world record for the most pumpkins being carved at one time. And this was a massive event that was put on out there. We had hundreds and hundreds of people out there carving pumpkins thousands at the same time, carving pumpkins at the same time. Are we still holding the record, Rio Rancho?
We are still the Guinness Book World Record holder for the most people carving simultaneously.
Okay.
So we're I think it's around 1,200 people all at one time, and nobody's come close to it yet.
And I'll tell you what, there's some drone video out there that's pretty impressive that shows all of that as it was going on, and all the people out there carving. I got to tell you, I still don't know how you got away with it. But giving 1,200 people sharp objects and putting them in a confined space, I'm not sure how.
And
that
as
worked.
far as we know, everybody came out unscathed. I don't know. The pumpkins got chopped up pretty good, but it worked. I don't know how, but it worked.
It worked.
It was
fantastic. I was there.
It was
carving
great to see the community come out. Cool.
My wife was there carving some pumpkins. I had the grandkids there carving some pumpkins. So it was a lot of fun. So let's cover the contact here before we wrap this up. Let's cover the contact information. How do people find out more? How do they get hold of you?
Right.
How do they contact you? Let's get all that nailed down one more time, so that way people can figure this all out.
Go to our website, ggyr.org, stands for Galloping Grace Youth Ranch .org, and on there's going to be everything from our pumpkin patch to our summer programs, everything about Galloping Grace, and there'll be different emails and phone numbers that they can call for each one of those different sections. So everything's right there on our website.
Excellent. Well, I want to thank you once again for coming out and joining me today for another edition of the Mayor Hull Show, where we are here to update you and inform you of all the things that are going on around Rio Rancho. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this show today. And make sure that you go out and visit the Galloping Grace Youth Ranch as soon as possible. It's a ton of fun. Max is going to be out there. All the goats and the pigs and all the petting animals are going to be out there. And not to mention pumpkins galore, amazing amounts of pumpkins. So come out and join us. It'll be a great time. And thank you again for joining us here at the Mayor Hull Show.
Fantastic. Good job.